Well, we are here with Jacob Rosales, who fights at LFA 81 in, I think it's Costa Mesa, California. He's fighting an opponent whose name will make your furniture float. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So Salamane. We'll just go with Salamane.
Mm-hmm.
What does this guy do well that we got to keep an eye on for this fight?
I don't know. He just looks like a strong, like, muscle dude. He's I mean, I couldn't really say too much good things about him. There's not so much that catches my eye that he's super good at. He's just basic, pretty much.
Okay. I mean, that pretty much sums it up there. Pretty decent record on him, 7-1, and his only loss is coming in the LFA cage. And you are also looking for redemption. I would like to talk about your last fight for a minute to clear the air a little bit here, because a lot of people saw you take an L on Dana White's Contender series, and I feel that it deserves an explanation, and I'm sure you've already explained it in other interviews, but I want my listeners to understand, like, what the hell really happened.
Yeah. I about like 4.5, 5 weeks from my fight, I was wrestling at practice with one of my buddies, Ro Roberts, who's in the UFC. Shot a double leg on him, changed an angle, completely broke my ankle, like my fibula. And I went to the doctor, said it was broke. They put me in a soft cast, and it never went in my head that I wouldn't fight. So like I decided I was still gonna go in the Contender series with a broken leg. So I was in the cast for about 4 weeks. I did anything I possibly could with training wise. I was fucking doing crunches in my bed. I was dieting. I was on the lift. I was doing anything. I was on the bike. I would bike 30 miles, like, just nonstop. Anything I could possibly do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was taking all kinds of vitamins. The doctor said I was like all right to take off the cast. I pretty much begged them, pretty much ripped it apart. So I had my cast off for about a week before my fight.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there with a pretty much still broken leg, and then during the fight broke my leg again, dislocated my ankle, and tore a bunch of ligaments in it. But still finished the first round and still went pretty much all 3 rounds with them.
So what people saw is they saw Jacob Rosales fighting at, like, not even 50%, because what people don't understand, and I had a pretty deep conversation with Ryan about this when he was setting this whole thing up, is that and he brought up a good point. It's like, when you're talking about a fight, it's not just wrestling, it's not just boxing, it's not just Muay Thai. It's all those things. You're setting up angles. Your power comes from your footwork, your stance. Everything is at your base. You know what I mean? So you were fighting with a cracked foundation on, what could have been, gotten you to the next level. Yeah. And the fact that you didn't pull out, I mean, that speaks, volumes on your character, your durability, and just, you're one crazy mofo. I'm going to tell you that right now, because that's literally, I broke my foot in 2015. I'm pretty sure people are sick of hearing it by now because I fucking talk about it all the time, right? But that's literally what stopped me from continuing me fighting in the cage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that stopped me, and it didn't stop you. Did you even hesitate when they offered you the fight on a broken fucking foot?
I've never pulled out of anything. So I was just... Yeah.
Could be dangerous. Could be.
Yeah. both ways, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Insert sex joke here, right?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it never crossed my mind. Yeah, it just like my coach Ben Jones, like, we're on the same page all the time. So he asked me, and he said, "How do I feel?" And I was like, "There's no way." And he was, "All right." And we just kept training on it. I mean, there's some doubters and like some people that told me maybe don't do it, but I'm not big on listening to other people. So I just decided I was gonna do the best that I can. And I figured that, what's the worst that can happen? Like, this isn't like boxing where we got to pad our records for fucking ever. And like, this is more about like the experiences. And like, I feel like doing that was just like a win for me. Like, just knowing, like, you know, like it's I overcame something. I did something that what 99% of the people won't do in the world that I did with a broken leg.
Yeah, I'm one of that 99%.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just the mentality I have. I've always fought. I've always been a fighter. I've always just done it.
Like I said, big cojones on this one. Big cojones on this one. And as I understand it, Ryan was telling me that your opponent also like suffered like a broken jaw, I guess, in one of his fights. So I think we're kind of pitching this one as a battle of the half man, half metal.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get his jaw broken again, that's for sure. But
Yeah, see, that's what I wanted to hear.
I don't know what a broken jaw. I mean, I trained the whole fight camp with a broken leg, and I don't know. I'll make sure to break that jaw again. So we can.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence. I like the confidence. So we're looking at 11-5 overall. Okay. We've competed on Dana White's Contender Series. I believe you have some Bellator on there as well.
Yeah, I fought for Bellator 3 times.
Okay, so undefeated in the promotion, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, that's something I always ask fighters. Was that just a contract where it was fight by fight, or how did that work out?
Fight by fight. I've always been fight by fight. My goal since the beginning is UFC, 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 and yeah. So the only contract I'm ever going to sign is a UFC contract.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean that's pretty smart, and if that's where you want to be, that's kind of how you have to do things.
Yeah,
I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Is like, well, why didn't you continue fighting for X promotion? You know what I mean? Well, that's not where I want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like my worth is more, and I feel like that's where I belong, and I feel like right now that those are the best people, and I want to fight the best people. I don't want to fight. I don't want nothing to be padded. I've never taken an easy route on anything in my life, and I feel like that's the hardest route. People fight everybody there, and the best are from there, and that's where I belong.
Okay, and not to keep fucking picking at some old wounds here, but after the Dana White's Contender Series, did you get to talk to like maybe Mick or Dana? Did they give you any like types of words of encouragement or reassure you that you're on a list?
I mean, I'm friends with one of the journalists. I told all about my leg before my fight, so she could like tell everybody after. I figured that would be like a cool fucking story as is. So like, she kept in touch, and then she was the one that was talking to Dana White about the fact that I had a broken leg after. So I feel like they know or have some sort of radar. But regardless, I don't need my broken leg to give me fucking notoriety. So like, after this weekend or after next weekend, when I go in there and I just destroy this dude, then I feel like everyone's gonna be looking at me anyways.
Okay, now let's see, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. So we're a little more than a week from the fight. So things have tapered down. We're probably looking more towards the weight cut than and just hitting pads, staying warm, staying fresh.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries.
I blanked the fuck out. Yeah. Right now, I just had my last hard day of training, and so now from now on, it's just cutting weight and like light mitts, maybe little rolls. I leave to my training partner's Bellator fight, who's fighting the co-main, Darian Caldwell, and then Curtis Millender. So I'll be there this weekend too, cornering and helping them out. So I'll just be around it all.
This is some good names in the sport, man. Millender is a bona fide badass. He got shot out of the UFC, I believe, prematurely. I think the dude belongs there.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then Darian Caldwell, that's one of the best wrestlers in MMA, man.
Absolutely, yeah. when I was in high school, I would watch Darian Caldwell, Ben Askren, John Smith. Those were the people I would look up to when I was wrestling, just watching highlight videos and just knowing who he was. And then like out of nowhere, like me just training, and then this dude's coming and like training at my gym now, and it's awesome. And just learning from him, and like we just all feed from each other, which is just fucking dope.
Yeah. So the camp's got to be like pretty exciting with those dudes in there. Do you feel that they are contributing to the success you had before the injury?
Yeah. They Darian was there a little bit before the injury, so they saw like what was going on. So I couldn't really work with them too much. But now, yeah, like we all work, and then we have Jamal Emmers too, who's fighting the main event, and we're just it's just killers in there. And like everyone says they got killers in the room, but it's not the same. Like it's so different. Like we go in there every day trying to beat the fuck out of each other nonstop, and it's just mean in there. Like every part of training at CSW is just mean, and Darian and Jamal just add to it even more.
Yeah, Jamal's a real chill dude. I'm actually still working on his little bit that we did. He was having some technical difficulty, so we're trying to make some adjustments there. But you're training with a guy who's peaking when you peak. You know what I mean? He's cutting when you're cutting. I mean, that's got to be a huge advantage, especially knowing that, you know, after you pick up the win on Friday, he's going to go in right after you and try to accomplish the same goal. I mean, you guys got to be feeding off each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'm already predictions on everything is that I'm going to go in there. I'm going to finish him within the first round. Jamal's going to go in there, get a finish, and we're going to get a contract within that week, and we'll both be in the UFC. I've already said it. I've let it in the universe. I already know that's what's going to happen. And it's just, you can't, like, the way we train, how obsessed and hard, like how big of hard workers we are, like it's just going to happen.
Well, and a lot of people too, like they'll see losses on a record and immediately start to write people off. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy's coming off a loss. So fucking what? Like, he's a killer before the loss. He's gonna be a killer after the loss. What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, people are fucking idiots. They don't know, especially people that don't know shit about fighting. They just see shit like that when they're over there eating snacks, watching their fucking soap operas. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, and a lot of losses contribute too. Like, I turned pro when I was like 19 years old, so I was still a teenager, and I still had I was still immature, and I wasn't as focused as I am now, and it shows. And I mean, I know I lost my last fight, but I lost my last fight with fucking half my body.
True. And you know what? I'm actually not that big of a fan of undefeated records. Don't get me wrong. There is something prestigious and something, you know, like the mystique and the aura around, you know, that shiny, like look at what Khabib's doing.
Yeah.
Okay. But to me, I like seeing the losses because that's when fighters grow the most. You know what I mean? Not that I want fighters to lose, but knowing that they've lost, they've learned, they've gotten better. Like, it's all part of the fucking journey. And you don't go, at least too often, like if Khabib were to retire today, he's fucking, you know, undefeated.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't go through an MMA career without, you know, tasting defeat. And I think it's important.
Yeah, because you don't want another fucking Ronda Rousey incident or some shit like that. I feel like what makes you a champion is the fact that you can lose and overcome it, and it's just like life. Like, you know, you get fucking knocked down, you just gotta get back up, and it shows you what kind of person you are when you get fucking knocked on your ass and you say, you know, I'm not gonna quit. I'm just gonna keep fucking doing it. That gives you an edge between everybody else.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you know, there's fucking killers out there with losing records.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's you can't take a day off. You can't take anybody lightly in this sport. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I got a buddy of mine. He's we won't get into it's a losing record, but the dude is sharp. You know what I mean? The dude is very intelligent, and the dude is more determined than most fighters. You know what I mean? He's determined to get to, that high level. He trains at a really good gym. You know what I mean? He does everything the right way. It's just, more than about 9 times out of 10, it doesn't really go his way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But those are guys that are still at it. And those are the guys that can take your O away without you even realizing what happened.
Yep.
So I don't write off people just because they've lost. I lost twice. I didn't write myself. Well, I did write myself. Anyways, let's talk about food. Can we? Can we please talk about food?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I'm hungry, but go ahead.
I know you're hungry, man. I know you're hungry. So let's go to after you and Jamal get your W, right? You guys are free and clear. You don't have to worry about weight for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What's that victory meal? What is that victory meal?
Victory meal, like, okay, so getting a bottle of Jack and everywhere. Like, fucking last fight, I stopped at 3 different fast foods on the way home. Like, I'm a fat fuck. Like, I'll eat whatever I can. Like, but mostly it's In-N-Out. In-N-Out. That's where the money's at.
So you're an In-N-Out versus a Whataburger. You're gonna go to In-N-Out.
I've never had Whataburger ever. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's a game changer. Let me just tell you that. It's a fucking game changer. You gotta have that shit.
Oh yeah, but it's In-N-Out. It's In-N-Out, and I have to get pretty drunk out there. Just to let it go. There's a lot of things that I hold in and I sacrifice. So that week I let loose a little bit.
So In-N-Out and Jack.
In-N-Out,
So
Jack.
That level, you know what your sponsors are.
Mm-hmm. Jack Daniels and In-N-Out. Sponsor me. I'm here.
That's it. I'm gonna fucking tag him in this shit. I don't give a fuck.
Do it. Fuck, that'll be it. I'll retire if I have In-N-Out as a sponsor.
Right? That'd be pretty fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you got this guy 7-1 Salamane next Friday, January 31st, LFA 81. Your buddy fights shortly after Emmers in the main event. Now, how are we gonna defeat Salamane, and what round do we get it done in?
Oh, first round. He's gonna just lunge in. He's gonna do his little. I'm gonna fucking stick him in the first round. Put him on his ass, and just finish him. It depends what kind of defense he's gonna try to do. He's either gonna curl up or he's gonna tap or. But I see it in the first round. And
Okay.
I want to knock out, but I mean,
yeah.
If he lays on the ground, then I'm gonna break something.
Yeah, you're gonna pound him out. Okay. And you're predicting a first round finish, which means you're likely to not take a whole lot of damage. Is there a specific card in the future? Any promotion, I don't give a shit. But is there a specific card in the future that you would want to be a part of, given the fact that you could have a quick tournament?
Yeah, the UFC. I mean, for the next fucking weekend, February 8th, I'll be there. I'll be already on weight. So, I'm always ready.
That's a good card, too. Son of a bitch. That thing's fucking good.
I'll fight whoever. I'll go up to fucking 70s, 85s.
Yeah.
I'll fight my mama if she fucking got me.
No. Oh, no. Man, I got to watch out for that Chancla, man. She could throw that shit around a corner. All right, so first round finish, and then they shove that microphone in your face. Are you calling for the UFC, or are you calling for a specific opponent?
No, the UFC. The UFC. I to be honest, once I'm in the UFC, I don't care who they get. But yeah, the UFC. It's always the UFC. So my only shout out was gonna be for the UFC.
Yeah.
I want my
I love
steak.
the determination, man. I love it, man. I love it. You know what you want, and you're going after it. And this is the best way to do it. You know what I mean? To, like you said, put it into the universe.
Mm-hmm. Write it
I
down.
put the universe to fucking, win the lottery, and I did. I have 2 beautiful kids and a beautiful wife. So
there you go. That's perfect.
And I get to do this for fun. Things at work ain't too great, but hey, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. I'll take the L.
You're positive.
Yeah. So before I let you go, I would
Mhm.
like to give you as much time as you would like to thank training partners, coaches, sponsors, whoever the hell you want. Take as long as you want. The floor is yours.
First of all, shout out to my coach Ben Jones, my whole team from CSW. Shout out to the boys fighting this weekend, Darian and Curtis, and shout out to my family, my mom, my dad, everybody. So, my boxing coach Dale, my strength coach Mike, and that's about it.
It's going to be a busy weekend for the gym, man, and I'm really glad that you have a strong support system in your family to back you up through what is a very thankless career, really, when you think about it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? You're out here putting your body on the line, and people are talking shit when you don't want to fight. You know what I mean? I'm not cool with that.
Yeah,
So I'm glad that there is people around you that see what you're trying to accomplish and are just trying to help get you there, man. That's really cool.
yeah. Thank you.
So I want to thank you for the time. This has been fun. I want you to go and kick ass next weekend. And then after you're done kicking some ass, let's do this shit again.
Oh yeah, sounds good. All right, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime. It's been a blast. And I love this thing. This thing is so fucking cool. Yeah, that's right. I don't know, man. All right, dude. Well, again, thanks for the time, and we will see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you. Hell yeah, for sure. All right, I'll see you
All right, man. Take it easy.
later.